The following program is a public service of Gulf Coast State College, WKGC, and Commodore Productions. And now, the Military Hour with Cary Deeter.
I want to welcome everybody to another edition of Military Hour. We have a first-time guest who is well known in the area by many, and she is a go-getter and works nonstop. Miss Josie Ferraioli, Bay County Motorcycle Foundation, because I almost messed up and called it Federation on the way over, and I'm like, no, that's not right. I had to try and remember, but everybody that knows me knows I have some memory issues. Josie's going to fill us in today on an upcoming event, and maybe a few others, I'm not sure, but the show's yours, whatever you want to talk about. I'm familiar with this one, but our viewers may not be, but Worthy Cause Plus. So tell us what you got.
Thank you, Cary. Well, what happened about 4 years ago, there was a young man riding his motorcycle on 77 and he had an accident. He wound up in the hospital for quite a while and he passed, sad to say. He was a student at Dean Bozeman High School and his parents wanted his name still to be positive in the community. Sure. So if you're not aware, all our high schools have an ROTC program. Bozeman had one for the Army and it was unsatisfactory. They had a commander, but they had no uniforms. They had nothing to actually serve, as a true ROTC. Right. So what they did is approached one of our bikers and said, "Hey, would you please help us out? We want Dylan's name to be positive. We want something good out of this." So we went ahead and we have representation from all the motorcycle community. We have MCs, RCs, you name it, we've got it. We've got the VFWs, we've got the Legions. So everybody has a representation here in the Bay County Motorcycle Foundation. It was established as a 501c3, and the focus here is to have this poker run and raise money for the ROTCs in our community. Now, the first one, of course, was our Dean Bozeman. That was the first one we did. We were able to send to award 3 young students there. One of the young ladies is in the Navy and still keeps in touch with me. The last I heard from her, she's in Hawaii, so she keeps in touch and thanks us again. The amounts vary. The first ones, of course, we were just starting out was like 500, and then as they go along in the next year, they can reapproach us and say, "Hey, is it possible that I can get some more money to help out?" Yeah. So we work with the commanders there. Last year we actually jumped. Instead of just going to another school, we asked, "Okay, schools, who do you have and how can we help you?" We're starting to take off. With the hurricane this year, it's kind of put a little hiccup on things. It's going to be a little bit, we'll do what we can do this year to help these students out. But we have been working with Mosley High School. That's probably where Beth Piccolo, she's the commander out there, has been very helpful in coordinating all this with our organization.
And she's a Marine. Correct?
She is a Marine, yes, sir. So, yeah. What we will have on this day, our next run is February the 2nd, a Saturday. At 8:30, we will be at Dean Bozeman. We will have representation from each of the ROTCs and have an opening ceremony. That'll be at 8:30. And from there, then we'll start the poker run from there. We are going to, the first location will be up at 79 at TJ's. It's up at 79 in Steelfield, if you don't know where that is. Second will be at the Salty Goat. We'll then go to the Salty Hobo, which just opened down in St. Andrews, the old watershed down by Uncle Ernie's.
Oh, okay.
So they're opening up.
Where's the Salty Hobo?
Yeah, well, the watershed closed, and there's 3 new owners, I understand. Some of them are from downtown businesses, and that's like a new spot. Good. The fourth will be at the VFW 8205, which is over there on South Highway 22A. That's the one with the gravel, over by Parker Elementary School. There we go. And our last stop, although 392 is going to be pretty busy with their hot run this weekend, they are allowing us to use the facility, and we will go ahead and use that to have the closing area there. So we'll have food from the shack with Jennifer. She'll be there. So it's going to be $10 a hand, and hopefully it's going to be a little rough this year, but we're not going to stop. We keep going. The school board is very cooperative. They know we're doing this. They're very thankful also for this. Stacy, who is Dylan's mom, both the parents work over at GCUC. And what we want to do is expand it. We were hoping to do it this year, but of course, Michael didn't help. So we're trying to expand it now that we're going to have sponsorship levels. So if anybody is interested in helping this out to where we can grow it even bigger, and once we hit all the Bay County schools, we are actually thinking of stepping even further, going to like Port St. Joe or inland to the Jackson County. It has taken off to help these students. And right now, hey, people right now need all the help they can do.
Oh, absolutely. And from what I've seen, when you say it's taken off, I've noticed that from the inception when it initially started
Yes.
to now, and it's exponentially moving throughout this area. But now you're talking about moving out into other areas.
Yes, we are.
That's a good
This
thing.
is fantastic. We are so excited about this. You can't ask for much. I mean, we've got a lot of great leaders. We've all held the position probably for the last 3 years just to get it up and running, and now we're going to probably be changing some other people who would be interested in moving in.
You always hear about fundraisers for the band and the football teams and all that. And I think this is the first time I've heard of a fundraiser
For ROTC.
And not to take away from band and football, yeah, they need it too for uniforms and everything.
But who knew? Who knew that these guys were suffering?
I'd have never known it.
Well, apparently something about the funding.
Military nut.
And it's something about the funding with the ROTCs in our school system. So that's something that maybe needs to be brought up to our school board.
Yeah.
But I go and I do a report to the school board when they have their meetings. I let them know that this is going on. The very first one we had reps from the school board show up at the ceremony of the flag with the.
Terrific.
It gives you goosebumps. And these are our future leaders.
Sure.
You know, and I love it. Most of them have moved on with their military careers. So we've actually awarded about 8 of them. And the most we've done so far is $1,000 scholarship.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is very good.
Yeah.
So, but if anybody's interested, you can give me you can contact me, and I'll be glad. Or go to our Facebook page and PM. This will be fantastic.
So you heard it. Give Josie a call. Go to the Facebook page, and you can get all the information you want. Don't be bashful. You got a few extra bucks. Most of us are proverbial donators anyway. Get some money to them for these youngsters. And I'm going to quickly mention ROTC, my one grandson. Always wanted to be a doctor from the time he was a little kid. Well, we weren't rich people. We knew we couldn't pay for med school. And he knew I'd been in, the Army and whatnot. So he got into the ROTC program up in Georgia. That's where
Excellent.
we were living. So anyway, he made it through there and did real good. He joins the Army. So he's now going to be a PA. He did tours in Afghanistan.
Excellent.
He's making rank pretty quick. So, and I hope he's doing it the right way. But, and I'm sure he is. But he stayed on that goal. He never wavered. He wanted to be
Excellent.
So he's a combat medic and now going to be a PA. He's been accepted in the school.
Excellent.
They're out in Alaska somewhere that I won't divulge. And then he's going to go to the school. I think it's in Texas, but in any event. So
Excellent.
I'm proud of him.
I'm proud of him too.
ROTC,
Way to
it's
go.
well worth it.
Yes, and this is what I love to see in the youth today. There's some more things. When you come there, we're going to have some live music. We'll have the hand drum. We're doing West Coast Poker.
Oh, cool.
And that's, like I said, $10 per hand. We'll have raffles. We've got booze baskets that are being donated by the Poker Run stops and also from some of the businesses and some of the clubs that are participating.
And I won't be singing.
But the good thing is actually everybody could show up. You can bring the kids too. It's all fun. This is all good. I'm real excited about this. And I was a little concerned we were going to have to pull the plug this year, but we're keeping it up and running. So I'm real good.
Bikers, as a rule.
There we go. That was my next.
Good-hearted people.
A lot nicer than people think.
Yeah, they are a lot nicer. And we don't like pulling plugs. We like getting it done. So.
Well, I'll have to say most of them, a lot of our bikers are veterans, and of course this means a lot to us and to the family, and we're not quitters.
That's right.
That's right. Even if it was, not 100%, that we got something going and it still moves on, and we collected money. If the school system was still kind of screwed up because of, and had to basically be closed, we would still raise that money, and if we couldn't do it this year, we would do it for the next year. So we keep the ball rolling.
But I'm sure everybody's going to do what they can to make it a success for this year. So give everybody the dates, the time.
Okay, here we go. One more time. The 4th annual Dylan Corbin Poker Run will be Saturday, February the 2nd. We will begin the opening ceremony 8:30 at Dean Bozeman High School, where we'll have a representative from each of the ROTCs around the Bay County school system. They will be there. Registration then will be at 9 o'clock to 10 over at TJ's on 79 and Steelfield Road. And from there, the Salty Goat, the Salty Hobo, VFW 8205, and then American Legion 392, where we'll have the final, so if some of you have to work or anything, please come on down to 392 and join us at the end. The last bike will be in at 3 p.m. And we're going to have West Coast Poker. We will have food, music, 50-50. I mean, we'll have everything. Just anything to raise money for these ROTC students and things.
I was just thinking, not everybody that watches Military Hour rides. They may
bring your cars.
Bring your cars, but they may not know what West Coast Poker is either. So, what is that?
No, I know. Well, it's a variation. It's a different way. It's a high handle. They've got another way of doing it, and
high card,
low card. We got different variations. Fun. It's fun, and no matter. But the thing is the cause and where it's going to be going, and that's it. Even some people, if they can't do it, they donate some money to it and just say, "Hey, I can't make it, but here's some money to help out." So
and another thing we do as a group, not every time, but mostly 99.9% of the time. If I were to win, it'd be like, you know what?
Have it back.
Put it back.
And that's basically what it is. If it's already thrown in, everybody usually says, keep the money. That's what I'm here to have a good time. I had my good time. Take care of those students.
Absolutely.
And I'll have to say, because it's been really good. We've got some I haven't heard back from a couple of them. They were Marines. So I thought you'd like to hear that too. But I haven't heard back. Army. I was born in Army. My dad was in the Army when I was in Fort Meade, Maryland. But I don't care. If they put a uniform on, hey. I'm
absolutely right. Takes all of us.
But this is fantastic. I want to thank you all for having us here too. This is great.
Goodness, I'm just glad you got out, because for several reasons. One, I haven't seen you in just a little bit, and it's always good to see you. Number two, and number three, I know you're a walking encyclopedia.
Yes.
And you got the heartbeat, and you know what's going on. And it's better to have a focal point that can disseminate, get it out,
Well,
So
I've worked with the Navy for 20 years. I worked with the Navy for 20 years, and then I came down here to Bay County, and after 9/11, I said, what can I do? I feel lost because I couldn't do anything. Well, then I realized most of the people I knew when I was working at the Navy were all veterans now, so that's where my heart's with you guys, and the biker community. So
you're more than appreciated. I mean, you really do.
Look who's talking.
No, I don't do nothing, but I mean, I'm a pain in the neck most of the time.
Yeah, you're that too, but we still love you.
Well, I appreciate that very much. But, and my whole impetus was simple, and I'm not going into any of the stuff, but I've been through some stuff, and like most of us have. But I just want to finish out and do as much as I can, when I can, how I can, to give back, because I feel like I've been given much more than I ever deserve.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
like I said, still upright and breathing.
Hey,
not the
pick up the
prettiest
newspaper. My name's not in there. I'm all right.
Yeah. Here's what I hope is said about me when I'm gone. And there's going to be some that go, yeah, good, I'm glad he's dead. That's cool. Not everybody's going to like me. I'm not stupid enough to think that everybody will. But the ones that really knew me, they go, yeah, old Deeter, yeah. If he said he was going to do it, he did it.
You did it. That's right.
He was honest about it. And party when it's time. Oh, yeah, I'll party when it's time. I'll dance, but I don't sing anymore. So, but when it's time to do the mission, to do the work, that's first. Party second.
That's right. Priorities.
And on top of all that is family first.
Yes.
And as military, we're family.
Yes.
We all are.
That's right.
So,
very good.
whether they're jarheads, anchor clankers.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
People mad, chair force, grunts, whatever. And we're going to have a new one now, the space. Those will be the space cadets.
Space cadets.
Yeah. Anyways.
I can't wait for that. I love it. Every time. When I was a child, I watched it. We'd sit there in our school classroom with the little TVs in our classroom, and we watched the space go, the rockets go off.
I'm older than dirt. I never had TVs in my class.
Well, we had to roll it in from the other classes, and we'd sit there on our little blankets and watch it when they launched.
Man.
That was a big thing, especially in my household. My dad did things I won't say. He worked for certain companies. Yeah. But whenever there was a space launch, I remember the night he came home and brought me this big map, and I unrolled it, and it actually was showing the landing on the moon. I go, yeah, Dad, sure. Daggone if we didn't do it a year or two later. He had the all right there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? There's still people that don't believe it.
I believe it, yeah.
Of course, there's probably still some people think the Earth is flat, too. But
yeah, there's some of those people. I'm not sure.
There's always some non-believers around. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but
I am excited.
But I am so excited for this. It's sad, you know, the circumstances. But the mom, she's been on TV several times. We've got billboards that they put up. There was another young man that was also killed, and they joined. Watch out for bikers. That's all. We've actually had, in just the last 3 days, we've had about 6 accidents, and it's all been the car's fault. We call them cagers, but it's car fault. Rear-ending. I didn't see him. That's the line. So, and this is one of them. He didn't see the car. It was his doing, but still.
You know, that's always been my greatest fear, is be rear-ended on my bike.
Yeah.
And I've been riding them since I'm 14. And I'm getting kind of old, so I'm wondering if I'm pushing that envelope, but I just got to keep
You will
pushing
know.
it. Yeah, I got to keep
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
It's
the
like
same way.
breathing. I'd rather ride than breathe, but...
You will know when it's, I mean, we've already seen a couple of our friends, you're sitting there going, sold their bike, what? And it's just right now with all the contractors, all that's going on with the storm,
we're not
tourists.
riding now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No. And that's the thing is I'm watching, this traffic is just crazy lately since the storm.
It's insane, yeah. It
So,
really is. It's bad.
but we went ahead and planned to have this. We kept most of the stops over on the beach side. We've got onesie-twosies over here where it's clear. We know it's okay. We've already checked, and the roads are clear. So whether you're in a car or on your bike, you should be okay and everything. So.
Yeah, and that's paramount. We want to be seen when we're riding and be visible. And because our heads are always on a swivel, we're cognizant of what's going on around us because we have to be.
Well, that's the way you're trained when you get your bike license, is that something I learned when I took my class. I took it before, but the gentleman I took it from, when I got back into my car after I'd ride the bike on the tracks, I get back on there and I never realized how lax you get behind in the car. You just kind of, and now everybody's doing this. And so what happens is I noticed I'm a lot more alert after taking a biker class. And you a lot more alert than you get when you're driving a regular car. And I still think there should be a cell in your driving class that you do a simulator even on a motorcycle and get them a taste of what it's like.
Oh yeah.
People think, oh, I give them enough room. No, you don't give them enough room. You need more space.
Idea.
Yeah. Hear that?
Great idea. Well, and it's a crying shame that we lose so many. And
at a young age. He was only 18 years old.
Yeah, at a young age and older. And I know you can too.
Yeah.
As long as you've been involved with motorcycles. The lists of just friends that
We've lost too many.
It's insane. And everyone I can think of was not their fault.
Well, here's the thing, and I hate bringing up the hurricane again, but the storm, if you ever go down 23rd Street and a lot of our streets, we've lost all our street lights.
Oh, yeah, it's dangerous.
People are walking across the street thinking everything's okay. We've already had a gentleman get killed the other night on Middle Beach Road. People are in dark clothes, they're not, and they're getting hit. And so it's not just motorcycles, it's pedestrians, bicycles. We had the other person out on 388. Slow down, folks. We're not the normal anymore. It's going to be the new normal. And right now we're very dark. I mean, even some of your stores and all are closing earlier because of how dark it is. I can't wait till we get back to 9 o'clock sunsets.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? I wish we could get that daylight savings thing gone too. That's just.
But you know, even with this, before this, I was very involved with our biker community, and when one of our brothers or sisters goes down, we're there. Yeah. Everybody's there. So
Absolutely.
And we've lost too many for stupid reasons. People not paying attention, distractions, texting, drinking.
That's my biggest pet peeve right there. I wish I had an EMP. You go past somebody and just go fry the phone.
Well, they're supposed to have it where you get into a car and it's supposed to shut down your comms. But people use the maps and things like that, so I think they should eliminate, have it lock up your texting or something.
Oh, GPS, that's another one I like. Now, I'm sure my military brothers and sisters may vouch for this one. I'm sure that the armed forces have much better GPS than you do on your phones or whatever you're using, because I call them the Might Get You Close app.
Yeah. Get you close.
Because they can wind you up in a dirt field sometimes.
It happened to me one time before. Yes.
Well, yeah. So it's like, yeah, right.
I was supposed to go pick somebody up, and they gave me an address, and I was out in the boonies, and I went, I'm not picking this person. I got to a dirt road. I stop here.
I'm still a map guy. I got loads of them. Keep them in the bike.
Hard copy.
In the car. Oh yeah, and I keep them updated. I don't want to use a 1963 map. Yeah.
See, well, that's what it was when I was working with the military. I actually said, do we have to do everything hard copy? Can't we put something on a CD and they can, Well, when you're dealing with the older guys, especially the admirals and all, they got to have that hard copy to take to the library with them so they can read it there. They're not going to take a CD in there. So.
No. But God bless you when the power goes out. You can't do the CD, but you got that paper.
The hard copy's always there.
Here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
So,
Perfect.
Yeah, I believe in cartography. So
there you
give
go.
me that map. And they're not that expensive either. So now, do I use apps? Sure, we all do. But I rely on my hard copy maps. Oh, you see, I'm gonna be in trouble.
My planner. I heard the tap tap. Yeah. Even my planner.
Do that?
I know. I was watching a young man earlier, and his hands were going all over the place, and I'm sitting there going, "Wow, somebody's worse than I am."
Yeah,
Italians. If I sit on my hand, I can't talk. So.
Yeah, I'm like that. I use them all the time. But
Yeah.
in any event. So, do you know of any other events that are on the horizon?
Oh, we've got
you
the one.
mentioned the hot seat.
Yeah, Legion's got the one coming up.
19th.
It's coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday's the hot seat that goes to benefit hospice. That was, as you know, Mark Flash Long was a very good friend of ours, photographer. He was losing weight, doing everything really well, and of all things, he was on the hot seat run and had the aneurysm out there at Lookout Lounge, and he went into a coma and didn't come back. So that was that's what they did, and then the namesake of the hot seat run is for Mark, and they takes care of the hospice. So. But, so it's kind of like even worse because when you drive out there, Lookout Lounge is gone. Actually, they moved down further down to the Florida Grill. That's where they're at now.
That. We went through that little trek we made to the East Coast a few weeks ago, and I was like, well, the Lookout's gone. Toucans is gone.
Toucans will rebuild. Yeah. They're redoing the El Covenor, and they're bulldozing the Driftwood. I don't know if they're going to build another one or not, but it's the roads now. If you're riding on your bike or cars, they actually have paved them through Mexico Beach about to Port St. Joe. Past Port St. Joe, I'm not sure but yet.
Still a little late because we took that route.
Yeah, that's going on. I think there's still some section of the road still. But we've kept this road. We kept this all on the good paved roads and everything. The debris is basically all gone. I mean, I've got to commend our county and everybody. They did an excellent job. Even though some people are impatient, I must say I commend them. I had a lot of nails on my tires, but that's because I'm one of those curiosity persons. I got to go drive, and I have a truck, so hey, that's what a truck's for.
There you go.
But a motorcycle, yeah. So be careful on some of these back roads still. They're still, especially up north. I couldn't believe going up 231 on some of these back roads still have the conditions. So.
You know, I mentioned we rode out.
Yeah.
And we're here 3 days, blah, blah. But I'm an old car guy, okay, paint body mechanic. So a few years ago, I'm talking to one of the adjunct professors here, and he's got this hybrid vehicle. And I'd been looking at them, electric and gas, blah, blah. So I thought they'd be like a golf cart, just whatever. So he says, no, come on, we'll take you out, we'll go for a ride. It's a little pocket rocket. So I bought one for Lash.
Oh my gosh.
So I said all that to say this. After we rode the 3 days, there's no gas. And what gas was available, there were lines forever.
Yes.
So we only get 40 miles on electric. But we very rarely have to buy gas because we mostly use it around town.
Right.
When things are normal. And that's plenty. So we might buy gas once every 3 months. But we had a full tank, so we're leaving, and we're like, we get almost to Dothan. We don't need any gas. We still have a full tank. The tank only holds 7 gallons. But guess what? It got us all the way to just south of Atlanta. We didn't have to stop.
Oh my gosh, you're lucky.
They were good with gas up there, so I'm thinking, I'm glad I bought this little hybrid car for her.
My girlfriend went and got a smart car. She did the same thing. She's a nurse. And of course, with the mess with the hospitals, so she's had to go all the way up to Pensacola, and she does some home care too. So she went and got herself a little smart car, because we had nothing here, and still, when you go to the east, really, Weewa, not to St. Joe, Port St. Joe, do you have any gas? There's 30 miles of no gas, only gas stations.
Yeah. So I did the math, and it cost
How much?
It cost me 5 cents a mile to drive that car.
Oh, get out of here.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I love it too.
So I'm thinking about taking that car as my car and getting her a newer one, because that one is a 12 model.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
So, hey.
You also got the bike, so don't worry about that too.
Oh, yeah. Love the bike. Of course, I crossed over.
I know. Good. I'm glad.
Oh, well, okay.
I know you did. Can't you tell what it says on a shirt?
Oh, I
You gave it away.
I didn't pay any attention to that.
I did. I saw it first thing.
Well, I rode Harleys forever until 2 years ago.
Hey, I'm a victory person, so you know that too.
Oh, yeah,
That's right,
yeah.
which is Indians, they're sisters.
There you go. Absolutely.
So,
Well, Josie, I just want to thank you for all you do, because you do just wonderful,
it
wonderful
goes both
work.
ways.
All you do.
But I care. It's all family.
We have a little bit of history.
We sure do. I still call him the general, even though they call him. Look at it. Doesn't he look like the general in the insurance commercial?
Yeah, I'll take your premiums, but I'm not paying the claims. Oh, wait, that's what's happening now, isn't it? Oh, that's homeowners not.
Don't even go there with me.
I'm not gonna, yeah, I know. We're all on that boat, too.
But I thank you for having us on here at Bay County Motorcycle Foundation. Come on, folks, come on out and support this. Whether you're on a bike or in a cage or car, but if you don't, come on out and support this. This is for your ROTC. It's for our students. It's for the kids and our future leaders.
Yep. Gotta do it.
I know.
Hit that Facebook page, Bay County Motorcycle Foundation /BCMF.
Right.
And the phone number again.
That's my number. If you have any questions, give me a call. If you would like to be a sponsor, we are going to start the major sponsorships in the next year. So between Stacy and myself, we'll be out and about doing it.
That's good.
I mean, we got a lot of people, construction companies, restaurants, and all. I'm sure they'll all like to pitch in and help out in many ways. So.
Oh, I'll tell you, somebody you should hit up pretty quick.
I already know.
Oh, you do?
I already know. I already got to. Oh, here they've already.
I got a list.
I got a list. Yeah. Okay. Well,
God love you.
Get over the storm and now come on, let's go, folks,
Yeah,
because it's going to be a little rough this year. But we got a couple good places, and right here on the list, these people jumped right in to be, stops and everything. We had to replace a couple of them. We actually had a down pat, but they're still down and they're not up and running yet, so we had to flip flop a couple of them. So
hopefully they'll get back up quick.
I'm wishing all the best. I'm personally on my pages, I actually put up who's coming around. Like Target mentioned the other day, they're going to probably be up by April, and a couple others. So people are asking.
Kohl's is coming back.
Kohl's is slowly coming back. We've got a 23rd Street corridor is pretty deserted. It's sad.
Yeah.
It got hit really hard, and I'm not far from it, so I know it was. But I have my other pages too, so you know me, I keep it. Motorcycle veterans, kind of got a page for everything.
Well, you can keep up with that. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting older, and we're ready to start traveling, and so I'm trying to back off.
Well, that's why you got to switch to my other page and watch Josie on the Go, and I'll keep you informed of what's going on.
Josie on the Go. I have to
Josie on the Go.
But,
I always seem to be wind up right where everything happens. That's kind of with the motorcycle accidents, things like that. That's like I'm a magnet. And how did you know? I just happened to be there at the time.
there you go.
So that's what started that.
Oh, you're psychic too.
So I am. See, there you go. Hi.
Yeah, fist bump time. Well, anyway, we're going to wrap this one up today. Thanks again, Josie.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Hope to see you.
It's been a pleasure. Always good to see you. Good to talk to you. Wish I could do it better, but hey, at least I don't have one of them things.
Yeah,
so
push
it's
the
all
button.
good. But tune in again for Military Hour. We try to get the word out when we can, where we can, and so you can participate too. So don't forget ROTC, Dylan Corbin Poker Run, and that is, I already forgot the date. I'm so crazy.
February 2nd. It's a Saturday.
February 2nd.
We'll have flyers up at most of your restaurants and bars and everything that you can see these.
Good deal. So we're going to say bye for now on the Military Hour. Till next time. Later.